Let's see. Testing. Yes, it's good. All right, Shalom Israel, Shalom Yahshua Yahshua Brother Thumbs to the brothers, Shalom Yahshua 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 to the sisters. We at the Isupk Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command General Yohanan, and we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. Today we're going to be continuing the book of Exodus. Brief summary: Exodus is when we were exiting. That's why it's called Exodus. Out of Egypt. We're going to be doing verses 14 and 25. It's like chapter 14, verse 25 to chapter 16, verse 15. 49 verses in the Hebrew. Do the 7 verses in the Hebrew and break it down in the English. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. With that being said, you got anything like that before we continue? All right. So that being said, Amajim, which means to stand. It's me and the brother here. Sorry, it's me. Sorry.
Law Yah for Allah, which means to Israel.
Sorry, it's me. Sorry. Sorry, it's me.
Amadu Wapaniyah Hakwadam, which means to rise and face the east. We're throwing up the prayers. Come.
All right, we're going to begin the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Shabashamayim. Kodash. Hayah. Subkat. Yahweh. Malakufka. Sabbath. Zak. Hayah. Aisha. Baratza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Now. Lakam. Call. Yawam. Masalaknam. Kabawatnam. Kasalaknam. Kabawatnam. Wala'ah. Tabayana. Manasai 1. Ball. Ashayna. Maya. Rock. Kaya. The cut. Hamalak. Wa'ala. Farah. Aman. The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Give us our debts. We forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Hakak, which is the power in the Hebrew.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Ba'Hashem.
Shah.
Abusha. Kat. Call Makala. Kat. Tahar. Ha. Matzirayim. Kat.
Just like Lahakwayim.
Amathim.
Kat.
Arakwa. Tamala.
Hashem.
Ba'Hashem. Shai. Water. Aman. This is the power in English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
This is bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem,
Yahushai,
Barak Lanawa, Yasha'Allah, Baya, Saparia, Barak, Hashem, Yahushai, Tawada, Aman. Bless Israel in English, Lord, in the name of Yahweh. Bless us, and Israel, and the school, in the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew.
Asha, Yanya, All, Aharyam, Bayan, Azariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Ashah, Shamayim, Warakza, Ayadan, Samawat, Regafla, Ayan Shamarka, Kana, La'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Balaa,
Balaa,
Shan,
Yashan,
Shamar,
Shamar, Yashra'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka, Yahweh,
Zalka,
Tazalka,
Yad,
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 Yamka, Yamawam,
Hashemash,
Hashemash,
La'a,
La'a, Ka, White Rock,
Like
Love,
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Yashamarka, McCall,
Ra,
Shamar, Yashmar,
Athapasha,
Athapaska, Yahweh,
Shamar,
Yashamar, Tazaka, Wawaka, Maitha, Why? I will love. This Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hill.
lift my eyes to the
From whence cometh my help? My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He will, like, he that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, all of them, all,
Bakarash,
all,
Squat, all, Kayana, Awabika,
Yahma,
Yahma, Yawan, Ra'ash, Amka,
Yaryama,
Yaryama,
Sauda,
Sauda, Waita, Tazawa,
Houses of
Awandika,
Moral,
Marwa,
Wa,
Akawa, Manakaki, Magoya,
Bala,
Wala,
Zakar,
Zakar,
Sham,
Sham,
Yasha'ala,
Yashra'ala,
Sauda,
Amada,
Kaya,
Kanya,
Nawa,
Nawa, Tazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Kam,
Yakadwa,
Alika,
Alika,
Barya,
Barya,
Rafa,
Rafa,
Ahoya,
Ahaya,
Wam,
Adawam,
Wa,
Wa,
Shamai,
Shamai,
Yum,
Alayam,
Moaba,
Moab,
Gorian,
Garian,
Gabal,
Gabal,
One,
One, Amalak,
Alshah,
Kalisha,
Amshabi,
Agishabi, Tazawar,
Gum,
Gum,
Ashawar,
Ashawar,
Wa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Wa,
Haiwa,
Wa,
Zarwa,
Bunya,
Labunya,
Wat,
Lowat,
Salah,
Salah,
Asha,
Aisha,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadi,
Kamadi,
Kasaya,
Saya,
Sarah,
Sarah,
Yum,
Kawiyam,
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Manakal,
Manakal,
Koyashwan,
Koyaswan,
Sham,
Shamwa,
Bayan,
Bayan,
Dara,
Dara,
Wa,
Haiwa,
Man,
Daman, Dama,
Shaitama,
Shaitama, Nada, Yamawa, Kairab,
Kazab,
Kazabu,
Kazba,
Kazabak,
Zalman,
Kazalmanai,
Call,
Call,
Nasiyakumwa,
Nasiyakumwa,
Shaw,
Bashar,
Marwa,
Marwa,
Darusha,
Nayarusha,
Anwa,
Wanawa,
Nawaf,
Nawa,
Alhaim,
Alahayam,
Yab,
Alahaya,
Tamo,
Shaitama, Kagagala,
Wash,
Kagwash,
Punya,
Kakwash, Lapunya,
Roaka,
Roaka,
Ash,
Kaash,
Sahair,
Tabaira,
Yair,
Yaira,
Wa,
Wa,
Kalaba,
Kalaba,
Salahat,
Talahat,
Paryam,
Haryam,
Kun,
Kun,
Thardama,
Dama,
Sahair,
Basairika,
Wasa,
Wabasa,
Wapatha,
Wabakatha,
Balam,
Dabalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyam,
Banyaham,
Palawan,
Kwalawan,
Waya,
Waya,
Bakwash,
Bakwash,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahaw,
Yahawa,
Yabash,
Yabaswa,
Waya Bahawa,
Waya Bahawa,
Ai,
Idi,
Waya Kaparwa,
Waya Kaparwa,
Waya Badwa,
Waya Abadwa,
Waya Daiwa,
Waya Daiwa,
Kaya Thug,
Kayata,
Shamka, Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahaw,
Yahawa,
Labaka,
Labaka,
Aliwan,
Aliwan,
Alcohol,
Alcohol,
Haratha.
Haratha. It's Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God,
O God.
for lo,
For lo,
thine enemies
thine enemies
make atonement.
make atonement.
And they that hate thee
They that hate
have lifted up the head.
lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy
They
people.
consulted
They consulted
against thine hidden ones.
against thy kingdom.
They have said,
Said,
Come,
come,
let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation,
being a nation.
that the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
no more remember.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted
with
together
one consent.
one consent.
They are confederate against
They
the
confederate against
tabernacles of Edom
tabernacles
and the Ishmaelites
the Ishmaelites
of Moab
Moab
and the Hagarenes,
Reeds,
Gabal
Gabal,
and Ammon and Amalek, the
the
Philistines,
Philistines
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur is also joined with them.
So also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of
They
Lot.
have hope in the church.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as to the meeting.
as to Sisera,
As to Sarah.
as to Jabin,
As to Jabin.
at the brook of Kison,
Your son
which perished at Endor.
perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nose like Oreb,
And then it was like
like Zaid.
like Zaid.
Yea,
Yea.
all their princes as
All
Zabah,
the princes of
and
Babylon.
as Almunah,
And as Almunah,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
take ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
the house of God in possession.
Oh my God,
My God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a whip,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the
as
wind,
the flames, so like as the fire burnt the wood,
as the fire burnt the wood,
as the flames set the mountains on fire.
and as the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy
with
tempest,
that tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with that storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame.
that they may seek thy name.
Then we see thine.
O
Oh
Lord,
Lord,
let them be
and
confounded
be confounded
in trouble
in trouble
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
perish.
that men may know
They may know
that thou, whose name alone
His name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
are the Most High
Most High
over all the earth.
all the earth. This is the blessings in Hebrew. Barak Yahweh,
Barak Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Am Yakala, Wa Alahayim, Matzabiah, Alawak Yahana, Ha'alawakim, Hasaranium, Hapatzayunim, Hathayonim, Wahawakim, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, the water, Aman. This is the blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
The angels.
Commanding General Yahana.
Commanding General Yahana.
The generals.
General.
The captain.
The captain.
The officer.
The trooper.
And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. All right, you may be seated. We're going to be starting from the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 25, through the 7 verses in the Hebrew, and then, of course, 7 verses in the English, and then we'll give the breakdown.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 25 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Ath. Apar. Wada. Mawadabar. Wayan. The Waya Hagar. Baka Bada, Way Amar, Matazarayim, Anyama, Masanya, Yashra Allah, Baya, Yahweh, Nalatham, Laham, Ba Matazarayim, verse 26, Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Nasa, Ath, Yad, Al, Hayam, Wayashabar, Kamayam, Al, Matazarayim, Al, Daba Koya, Kawa, Wa'al, it's like I can't pronounce that.
You should just pronounce it. Don't worry about it.
Come. Padashayar, Wayam, so like Wayat, Wayata, so like Masha, Ath, Yadar, Al, Hakwam, so like Hayam, Wayashab, Hayam, Lasa Narath, Bakwar, La'atyan, Wamatazarayim, Nasayam, Al-Quarath, Al-Quarathna,
Na. Waya Wayana'ai, Yahweh Ath, Ma Tazarayim, Bathara, Hayam, Waya Shabar, Hamyam, Hayam, Waya Qatar, Ath, Harakaba, Wa'ath, verse 28.
Like I said, do something the best you can.
That's like Shayam, Lakal, Hayal, Tara'ah, Tara'aya, Kaba Ayam, Athar Yam, Bayam, La'ah, Nasha Ad, Bahamam, it's like a Bahama, Ida, it's like Idar, Ira, Athar, Wabanaya, it's like Yashra Allah, Halakar, Halakara, Bayabasha, Batharda, Hayam, Wahamayam, La'am, looks like Laham, Kama, Mayanam, Wa Masha Ma'alam, verse 30. Waya Sha'ai, Yahweh, Bayawam, Hahawam, that's like Hahaya, it's like Hahawa, Ath, Yashra Allah, Mayad, Madayam, Ma'idayam, it's like Matazarayim, Wayarad, Yashra Allah, Ata, Matazarayim, Math, it's like Mata, Isle, Shath, Hayam, verse 31. Wayara, Yashra Allah, Ath, Hayad, Hagala, it's like Hagarala, Ashar, Aisha, Yahweh, Matazariah, Waya, Yarad, Ha'im, Atha, Yahweh, Waya Amayan, Ba Yahweh, Ba Masha. That one says verse 31. Still in verse 31.
Oh, after 30.
F. Ibawa. Ibarba. Check what verse?
Once you finish 31, you're good.
Come on.
That's good. All right, most in Christ. All right, so we're going to start from the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 25 in the English. Go ahead.
Come on. The book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 25. He locked the wheels of their chariots so that they moved forward with difficulty. And the Egyptians said, let us flee from the Israelites, for the Lord is fighting for them against Egypt. Verse 26, and the Lord said to Moses, hold out your arm over the sea, then the waters may come back upon the Egyptians and upon their chariots and upon their horsemen. Verse 27, Moses held out his arm over the sea, and at daybreak the sea.
Oh, so like it. Do you have
Oh, it's all right. Am I reading it? Like, all
Yeah.
it's in the picture.
because this is what I was saying. My bad. If not, you can just use mine. So like my fault. You was reading. I'm like,
I know it did sound.
I was like, I thought I was on the wrong one. Exodus 14.
The book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 25. And look, and took off their chariot wheels, and they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel. The Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians.
Okay, so remember at this time, the Egyptians were still trying to oppress Israel. Pharaoh, despite everything that was going on, was still hardening his heart and still trying to come forth after us. But now this is a time where they're starting to like understand what the Lord truly is and understand, okay, these are God's chosen people. We can't get them. Like we need to stop. Where it says, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. Right. They understand that there's a greater power above them. All right. Now, again, I talk about this all the time. Now, the people that rule over us now, aka Esau, so-called white man who rules over pretty much everything, he thinks that he is above the Lord. That's why he tries to do the things that he does. Right. That's why he tries to go out to space. That's why he tries to tell you what a man and a woman can be or what they should not be. They tell you that as a man, you could be a woman born in a man's body or vice versa. They tell you that a man who's like, okay, a man can become a woman and can get pregnant. It just doesn't happen. Like, but they'll make you believe that. And God forbid you say anything about them, you are now a bigot, you are homophobic, right. You are all these horrible things. When in the Bible, and I mean, it's just basic biology, there's a man and a woman to create a child. An actual born male with Salakia, a penis and testicles, and a woman who was a girl who has ovaries and a uterus. When they become adults and they have intercourse, they make a child. It's really just that simple.
Right.
Some of y'all like to think that the Bible is just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. It's literally right there. It's basic biology, right? It's basic nature. But Esau will tell you otherwise. He contradicts everything that the Lord is about. So that's what the Egyptians were trying to do. They're trying to think that they are above the Lord, and they learn very quickly that they are not. You got anything about it?
No, 12.
All right, we can continue.
Come. Verse 26, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand upon their chariots and upon their horsemen. Mm-hmm. Verse 27, and Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against him. And the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea.
Now, real quick, when it says that y'all, I believe we went over this last time, it was the Prince of Egypt, right? Y'all probably seen that movie. And it's always been stated that Moses is the one that split the sea. Is that true? Anybody is free to answer. Is it true that Moses split the sea? You know that famous scene where he puts his staff down and like the water splits and then the children of Israel walk through it. Is that really what happened? See if y'all paying attention because we went over this last week.
Right.
La'a. Okay. Anybody want to tell me, Yakawan? Okay. Yakawan or anybody else want to tell me what actually happened? How did the sea split? What really happened? Anybody is free to answer. What happened? Shalom on Christ, Adawan. We got quite a bit of people up in here today. Most are in Christ. How did the sea split? You don't got to give me a precept. I'll get it for you. But let's see. The Lord was with him. You know what? Okay. Science, a whirlwind. Yes. And the Lord was with him. You're actually both correct. I'm going to read it for you real quick, right? I believe it's right here. So it's the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 21. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. Right. So in a sense, yes, you're all correct. The Lord was with him, and the Lord was the one that actually split it for him. Now, the thing is, the Lord was with him. When the Lord is with you, what does that give you? I give it to you for time's sake. It gives you power. In a sense, Moses was able to complete all these tasks and he was able to do these wonders because the Lord was with him. Right. Why was the Lord with him? Because he served the Lord. Kind of goes hand in hand, right? I just want to get that out the way because when you talk to like a typical Christian or I guess like some of these movies, they'll make it seem like Moses just had this divine power and he just reached his staff up and split the sea. And of course, it sounds crazy. That's why a lot of people don't believe in the Bible because they think like Moses was a God himself. No, Moses wasn't that. Moses had the Lord with him. And how did the Lord do it? The Lord ain't a genie. This isn't what you think it is. Like he sprinkled pixie dust and then all of a sudden the water just divided. No, he used a wind to bring it up. Right. That happens now, right? The Lord gives you strength. Most High in Christ. Yeah, the Lord is the one that gives you strength. Right. That's why he was able to do these things. I just wanted to bring that up. You got anything about it?
No, sure.
All right. We can continue.
Also, like if I may, but same thing with Christ. Christ was Christ, but Christ still did everything through the Lord. Right. That's why people try and confuse and say, oh, Christ was God. That's why we can't be perfect. Christ was an angel. He wasn't. Mm-hmm. Christ was a man, but through the power of the Lord, he performed his miracles, wonders, raised the dead. You know what I mean? So it's not just the man himself. Man. Right. Christ was Christ. Christ was, the Son of God, but he was also still a man, just like me. The Ottawa up here.
No, you got it. Like, and that's an excellent point. Like, Yahushua Mashiach, as we know him, or as you know him, as Jesus Christ. Like, they try to make it seem like Christ was like this mythical being, and he had like a sense of like unattainable power. Like nobody can ever be like Christ. So what's the point of trying to be like him? Right? That's what a lot of people try to get to the mindset of. Oh, he's not real. So I'm not even going to try to attain that. Where in the Bible it says, "Be ye perfect." Right. Be ye perfect. Why was Christ able to do all the things that he was able to do? You think it was because he was Yahushua? No, it's not because it's not because of his name or what tribe he came from. Yeah, he was an Israelite. He was a man born in the flesh, just like the rest of us. Yeah, mother and father. They try to tell you, oh, it was an immaculate conception. No, it wasn't. This isn't Greek mythology where like Zeus flew down and been with a whole bunch of women and now you have like demigods running around. No, that's not what it was. No, she had a husband, a man who she had relations with, and she got pregnant. Right. Now, the thing is, in the Bible, what really happened was they were supposed to wait. Right. But, hey, look, sometimes love happens, happens. And they got together a little early, but her husband didn't want everybody to know that they had sex early because he didn't want to, in a sense, like besmirch her name. He didn't want it to be like, oh, she was some fast woman who couldn't keep her legs closed. Like, he didn't want that. But wasn't nothing wrong. It was just like, hey, They loved each other.
Right.
So, things happened and she got pregnant. That's all it was. But through that came out Christ. But Christ was able to obtain all the power because of who he was and what he did.
Right.
Now, if Christ would have sinned, and he has sinned before, when he was, this is a whole different breakdown, but for time's sake, when he was Adam,
right.
when he was Solomon, right? He was other people before. He screwed up, all right? He came through the lineage of Judah, and you are reincarnated with by whatever tribe you are. So if he came through the lineage of David, well, hey, he was somebody.
Right.
And he was a mighty man. Don't get me wrong. Solomon was a mighty man, but he erred, and he sinned. He lost his kingdom. So he had to keep coming back. Think about that. Christ had to keep coming back to be perfect. He didn't start out perfect. And he had to keep that. And he had his moments of weakness. There were times where he looked up at the sky and, he damn near begged God, like, do I really got to do this?
Take this cup.
Yeah, I really got to sit. I got to die. Like, for real. Like, there ain't no other way. You sure? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I feel that. I probably would have did the same thing. I would have been like, damn, for real? I got to. Like I know my end is coming. You telling me, like, and then the people who gonna do it are my people? Like, that's crazy. You sure there ain't no other way? Hey, he did what a lot of us couldn't do, and he still performed his task. And well, that's why he is who he is. But because of what he did, that's an excellent point, by the way. But we can continue.
Come on. Verse 27, and Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it. And the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. Mm-hmm. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. Mm. There remained not so much as one of them, but the children of Israel walked upon the dry land in the midst of the sea. Right. And the waters were like a wall unto them, onto their right hand and on their left.
So you saw what the Lord did, right? He got rid of them Egyptians, right? He saved his people. He kept his promise, right? He kept his promise. The Lord will always keep his promises. I'm gonna tell you right. Look, that could be a good thing and that could be a bad thing. So if there's scriptures in this Bible that's telling you like, hey, this is a sin and you are going to suffer for it, don't think that you can outsmart the Most High. Right. Like they say, the Lord wasn't born yesterday. He's older than you can even comprehend. Don't try to comprehend it; your head will explode.
The ancient of days.
Yeah, ancient of days. Like, come on, man. It took him, not even him. It took him and his powers. That's earlier on. You can watch the previous classes in Genesis about that. 7,000 years. 7,000, because a day to the Lord is approximately 1,000 years. That's how long it took. All right. So he's old, real old. He knew you before you knew you. He knew who you were before that and beyond. He knew your soul before it even have a body. He knew you when you was in the womb. That's in the Bible, right? So now with that being said, he's going to keep his promises. Now, if you're righteous and you serving the Lord like how you're supposed to, look, you might not get congratulated today. That's fine. You might not get congratulated the way you may think you might get congratulated. The Lord might give you a blessing in the sense of you made it home safe today.
Right.
Something like we don't think about that sometimes. You could be driving from your slave, whatever. You're going to go visit family, whatever. And little do you know, you serve the Lord. You were one stop or one lane away from getting into a car crash. There's been times I've come up here and I remember it was bad. It was like a whole semi truck done crashed and everything was on fire. There was black smoke everywhere. And I remember I was tripping that day because I'm like, man, I'm running late. I need to hurry up and get to class, man. I got to teach.
Right.
Now I'm like, I see what happened. I'm like, wow, what if I would have left 10 minutes earlier? That possibly could have been me. Maybe the Lord wanted me to run a little late today so I could make it over here. You just never know. Right. So don't take it lightly. So the Lord, He gonna have you back, but you got to serve the Lord though, right? Slaki, you got anything?
Come on, if I may.
Go ahead.
The scriptures say that just because the wicked ain't punished now, don't mean he's not gonna get punished. The same thing with your blessing. You're not gonna get blessed immediately. Just because you think you're doing wrong, you think you're getting away with it. No, the Lord sees everything. There is an angel blotting, so like taking down notes of everything you do, everything, and an angel ain't gonna forget. Angels are perfect machines, and just because you haven't got punished right after you commit your sin, you're gonna get punished someday. Right. It may not even be in this life. It may be in the next life, then the next life, and the next life. The Lord can keep reincarnating you to punish you. So just how you ain't gonna get blessed now, you ain't gonna get punished now. So if I was you, I would stop what I'm doing. Just because you think you're not getting caught. Even serial killers get caught. The bodies are found at some point in time. Same thing with the blessing. You ain't gonna get blessed now. You're gonna get your blessing. You're not gonna get cursed down. You don't get your curse.
No, you Swab, and real quick before we continue, you brought out something heavy. Like you said, you might not get punished in this lifetime. That's real.
Right.
That's real. You might be whatever you are now, right? I'm gonna be real with you. Like, there's a lot of brothers and sisters in the world. Look, you might have money. You might have money, okay. You might get away with certain things. You might be a sexual deviant. I don't freaking know. On drugs. I don't know. Whatever it is that you do in the world, you might think you're getting away with it now.
Right.
And you might live a long life. You might pass at like 85, 90, and everything was cool. You survived, right? You might not even realize, one, you might come back if the Lord even wants you to come back.
Right.
That's another thing. You might come back and you are born in poverty, like straight poverty. Everything that you tried to build up before destroyed, and you started off worse than what you were before. Or you might not suffer, but your children might.
Right.
That could happen as well. Y'all saw what happened with King David's his firstborn. He died.
Right.
Why? Because David sinned. How he even got the baby was pretty wild. He committed adultery.
Right.
That's what happened. And he had to pray for forgiveness. He had to fast. He had to do everything. And then later came Solomon. But even with that, he had other sons. We talk about Solomon a lot. He had other sons. If you think about it, his other sons died because of sexual deviancy. One of his sons ended up liking his sister,
right,
his blood relative sister. And he was so overcome with whatever demon was on him, he assaulted his sister. He ended up dying. You want to know how he died? Because his other brother ended up getting him. But the thing is, his other brother wasn't supposed to kill him. So guess what happened to his other brother? He died. You saw that? So his daughter was assaulted, his other son passed, and his other son passed because of sexual deviancy. You see how like the sin could pass on to the next person?
Right.
You don't want that. I promise you. Right. The Lord don't forget. Salakia, we can finish up.
Come. Verse 30. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. Verse 31. And Israel saw that great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians, and the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses.
Right. They feared the Lord. Right. It's good to fear the Lord. It's good to fear the Lord. I know some people feel like fear is a bad thing. Here's the thing. You shouldn't fear men. You should fear the one that can destroy men.
Right.
The one that can flood the earth. The one that can reincarnate you, the one that can end you, the one that can bring you back, the one who oversees everything. That's what you should fear. Because when you fear the Lord, that shows that you have a sense of respect. You respect the Lord enough to say, you know what? The Lord did this for us. I'm not going to sin.
Right. I'm
not going to sit here and be a drug addict. Because the Lord said, I'm paraphrasing, my body is a temple and I should treat it as such. The Lord gave the Sabbath to us, for us, by the way. The Sabbath is not meant for us. The Sabbath is meant for man. And we are supposed to use it as a day of rest. Now, how you do it, that's up to you. Just don't sin, right. But that was made for us. The Lord loved us so much. He said, you know what? This day right here, this is your day of rest. Right. You want to go kick it with your wife at the crib? Cool. You want to spend time with the family? Cool. You want to spend time with the Akim? Cool. Maybe you don't want to do nothing. Maybe you just want to be lazy for a day. Right. Okay, cool. Be lazy for it. I don't know whatever you want to do, man. As long as it's righteous, you ain't sinning. Do what you want to do, right? Have a day off. Right. Take a day off, right? Guess what? Esau ain't gonna give that to you. Esau, you know what's crazy? Esau, he'll call you in on Saturday. Right. You don't give a damn about no Sabbath. Even the calendar that we have now, they say the end of the week is Sunday. Nah, if you actually look at the calendar, the beginning is Sunday. The seventh day is actually Saturday. We all have been brought up to believe that Monday is the beginning of the week. It's actually not. And guess what today is? Today is Saturday. Right. On the seventh day, Sabbath. That's why we do Sabbath on a Saturday. We don't do Sabbath on a Sunday. Christian churches do that because they don't have a true understanding of the Bible. Right. You understand? But with that being said, it's good to fear the Lord, right? Don't think of it as a negative thing. Come on. All right, so we're going to do book of Exodus chapter 15. Verses 1 1:7. Let's see. Go to the verse. All right. Az Yasha Masha Yabunya Wabunya Yasha'ala Af Hasha let me see Hasha Yara Haza'af La Yahweh Wayamar Lamar Ashara'ah La Yahweh Kaya Ga'a. See, that's weird. Okay. Ga'a. Tawiya. Let's see. Warabaya. Rama'a. So yeah, Dama'a. Bayaf. Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah. Waza Maraf. Yeah. Wayahaya. Laya. Layashai. Za'a. Alya. Wan Ya'a. Alahaya. Amaya. Wadamanya. Yahweh. Ayash. Malakama'a. Yahweh. It's like here. Shalamashaya. That's ta. It's like here. Taka'ai Mayam Sabayam Sayan. Yeah, Sayan. Tahamath Yabata Yama'a Yaradaya Ba Matazala'ath Kamya Yahweh Thara'ataza Ahayab, verse 7. Let's see. Wabara'ab Ganyan Thara'at Kwamayan Thashala'ak Karanyan Ya Balamanya Kakwash. All right. And so book of Exodus chapter 15, verse 1.
Come on, crown. The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 1. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. Mm-hmm. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and song. He is become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him an ambition. And I will prepare him an habitation. My father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war.
Say that again.
The Lord is a man of war.
One more time.
The Lord is a man of war.
Keep going.
The Lord is his name.
Now, right there, it says the Lord is a man of war. So two things you can take away from that, right? One, the Lord, is he a man in the flesh? No. That's not what that means. When it says that the Lord is a man of war, what it means is that the Lord has a masculine spirit. Okay? We need to understand that, because when you go throughout the Bible, who does the Lord mostly deal with one-on-one? When he needs work done. When he needs work done, who does he go to? Y'all should know this. It's pretty simple. I almost said it. Every time the Lord needs something done, who does he anoint to do it? Who does he deal with? A man. Exactly. It's always a man. Everybody we read out, like, don't get me wrong, there's sisters in here too who have done great things. We just recently talked about the Feast of Purim, Esther, right? But when it comes to needing to get something done, it's always a man. What is a prophet? It's always a man, right? So what that means is the reason why the Lord deals with men is because he himself has a masculine spirit. A few things you could take away from that is also in the world, they try to tell you, oh, God can be a woman. It can be interpreted however you want. No, we're not doing that. We are not going to take away and we are not going to add to what the Bible says.
Right.
If the Bible tells me in verse 3 of chapter 15 in the book of Exodus, the Lord is a man of war, then I know, okay, he's masculine. Not that he's a physical man, but he's masculine. Also, it says a man of war.
Right.
Y'all think, and I'm going to say it every day to the day I die, y'all think that the Lord is just some lovey-dovey God who loves everybody and will accept anything. But then you have the audacity to try to talk about sin. Sin is a transgression of the law.
Right.
A law is supposed to be set to prohibit you from doing certain things or adhere to certain things, which lets you know that the Lord is okay with certain things, but he's also not okay with certain things. Are we just going to skip over the book of Exodus when he flooded the earth?
Right.
Like, the Lord, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The Lord killed people.
Right.
The Lord killed people. Why? Because they sinned.
Right.
And they couldn't get right. So they were punished. Now, the thing is, the Lord don't think like us. We think, oh my gosh, it's such a horrible thing. He killed all those people. The Lord can bring them back, and he has. Right. He can do that. Who am I to sit here and disobey what the Lord put out? If he's like, you know what, I'm so sick of y'all, I'm about to off the rest of y'all. Because I'm tired of y'all polluting the earth. We went over this last week. I'm paraphrasing, but there's a scripture talking about how the Lord does not take pleasure in pretty much like punishing you. But he understands that he got to do it. We brought this up last week. If you are a serial rapist and you out here committing atrocities, you're a criminal, you're a mass murderer, whatever you are, like you just a menace to society, right? The Lord is only going to give you so many chances before it's like, all right, you got to go. You got to go. Because here's the thing. If the Lord does not get rid of you, he's allowing for you to harm everybody else. That's how the demon spreads.
Right.
Demon usually spreads through trauma. A lot of people who are rapists were raped. They were essayed as a kid or whatever. They grew up in an environment that made them that way. And guess what happened with that person? They were probably exposed to it. And so on and so on and so on. So we got to cut it off at some point, because if we don't, it's going to keep happening. You're a drug addict because probably somebody in your family was a drug addict, or you had a friend that was a drug addict. Maybe you grew up in a traumatic environment. Guess what? It might have been your mom. Maybe your mom grew up in a traumatic environment. Maybe her mom did. So at some point, it's like, okay, we got to cut this off, because it just keeps this demon keeps festering if you can't get right. So that's what's going to happen, right? The Lord will get rid of you. Right. And if you read all throughout the Bible is, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The Bible is crazy. Like when you really read the Bible, like it's like some of y'all sisters, y'all like what's them things called? Like reality TV shows. Oh my gosh. This is like the biggest reality TV show. Like when you really read the Bible, you'd be like, damn, like that really happened. Right. She did that. He did that. Right. He killed something. Like it's really that. This is a black book. This is what it is. It's drama. Y'all love drama. This is drama right here. Guess what? The Lord, he's about war. When you read, there's wars. How did we even get the land of Israel? Through war. How did we lose it? Through war. What are we in right now? War. And I ain't talking about war as far as like what y'all think are like the real Israelites, like the Israelis and like the so-called Jewish man in Palestine. Nah, we've been at war right here. They're talking about some free Palestine. Okay, free Haiti. How about that? Free Puerto Rico. Do something like that. Free them. Hell, free the black people in America. Like you think we free, like we really not that free, because guess what? We're still getting oppressed. The amount of racism that is built into everything. I just recently found this out. It's crazy. Y'all know glasses were not originally made for black people. The reason why you'll see, I didn't know this. The reason why you may see black people kind of do this with their glasses, like kind of inch them up, I guess it's something with our nose, like our bridge or whatever. The glasses that they make are made primarily for people who are of European descent. They have a different shaped nose, so it sits. You keep doing this and it keeps sliding because it wasn't made for you. If you really want glasses that are made for you, you got to get them custom made because your features are different. And I'm like, damn, even the glasses are racist? That's what we into? It's wild. But this is war. It's been war. everything that's designed, like anytime you see black people in America try to do something for themselves, Black Wall Street destroyed. We talked about it last time. The Devil's Punch Bowl. Devil's Punch Bowl was a thriving black community, and they did not like that. So not only did they destroy it, they made an artificial lake out of it. Like there's dead bodies under that lake that will never be recovered. All right, because it's war. How dare the children of Israel, the real children of Israel, profit off of themselves? How dare your money circulate within your community? How dare you be a father to your child, a mother to your child? How dare you be a faithful wife? How dare you sit here and raise your kids to have a proper education? We can't have none of that. Get rid of them. And the only time they like you here in America is when you are in servitude, when you are in comedy to somebody else. The music that you see, the ones who really make it, these music artists that y'all love so much, they work for a white man or a white woman. The odds are they're probably Jewish. They own all the record labels. You want to know why you don't really see a lot of, like, of course we have Commander Johnny Hanna, but outside of the school, you ain't gonna see no like real black leaders, right? Because why would you? All the other ones, they killed them off already. No one's really bold enough to go against the grain the way Commander Johnny Hanna is, because they are fearful of what might happen to them or their loved ones. So they compromise. They'll compromise, like they'll say something a little here, and then it's like, oh, they got checked. Oh, okay, let me straighten up real quick. Let me not get out of line because they're going to threaten me. That's what happens. That's war. So the Lord punishes those, as you've already seen, who harm us. You saw what he did to the Egyptians. You see what he did to the Persians and the Medes. You see what he did to us. So I can be real about it. You see what he's doing in the world now? It's war. All right. So don't sit here and get into that mindset. So I don't want to be too long-winded, but you don't want to have that mindset of, I don't even know, like, God is like a Pixar character. I don't freaking know what y'all be thinking, man. But it ain't that. Lord gonna kill you, or he gonna kill some of the people who are harming you. Right. Because he's a man of war. So you gotta know who you're dealing with. It's like, man, is emotional, diving by feeling. Yeah. And it's not as an insult, Salakia, but it's real. You know, men typically, like, we gotta cut off our emotions at some points. Like, we understand, like, look, this got to get done. It ain't about how I feel right now. I might be a little nervous doing something, but look, I got to save these people. So I got to put what I feel aside. Right. I'm tired. I don't want to do this right now, but I know I got to get it done, because if I don't, it's going to be consequences for it. Right. You know, that's the spirit of the Lord. Yep.
Come on, so like, if I may,
go ahead.
There's a couple of things. Why would you not want a power behind you like that? Why would you not want someone to, you know, everybody wants their ride or die.
Right.
But the Lord is a ride or die for his people. The Lord is going to pull through for his people in the times they need, because he wouldn't put us on the earth just to suffer. He put us on the earth to be favored, but because we strayed away from his law, statutes, and commandments, he had to punish us like a father does. But, and another thing, the Lord is a man of war. So why would he not send his son to be a man of war? Why would he send this sissified white boy with long blonde hair and blue eyes and peace? And like, why would he send his son to not be like him? Right. And I mean, why would he send his servant David? Man, David was killer.
Yeah, I remember David.
Warrior.
Yeah, he was
a warrior. War. Everyone that the Lord has dealt with is a warrior. Every man the Lord has dealt with has done some type of killing in some type of way. And I'm not saying go kill people, but you know, the Lord is willing to go to war for his people through us and through himself. So,
yeah, that's an excellent point. You know, Christ is and was about the Lord's business. So you think he about to, like you said, send a man that looked like Caesar Borgia to come down and I love everyone. Like, Christ ain't a hippie. Yeah, he ain't a tree hugger. Like, he's not that. Nah, he tell you something. Christ was the same person. Like, he will whoop Slakia. He will whoop your ass if you divide the temple. Like, he did that. He was like, "What are y'all doing?" Like, Christ will box you. Like, that's just like in the scriptures. I'm paraphrasing. Christ was described as an austere man. Right. An austere is a stern man. He wasn't playing with y'all. He loved us, but the way, I'll put it to you like this, the way I'll say a father, a good father, shows their love is by setting rules and sometimes protecting you from yourself.
Right.
It kind of goes with, y'all have heard me talk about this quite a bit. I'll just bring it up. For example, for brothers out there, and you tell your woman to dress a certain way. Now, in society, the white man done brainwashed y'all to think like, oh, he's being controlling. He's being insecure. How dare you tell me what to do? You can't do that. It's my body, my choice. What you don't understand is your man love. Let me tell you something right now. When a man really loves you, he's going to tell you not to do certain things if he really cares about you.
Right.
Because he knows that there are predators out there. He knows that if you walk outside with your ass hanging out, you are more prone to a sexual predator coming for you, even though you might not be on that type of time. And you might really just be thinking, I don't know, head in the clouds, like, oh, I could dress like this. It's fine. Like, there are weirdos around every corner. And the thing is, we don't know who's a weirdo.
Right.
You don't know. So all you thinking is, okay, I gotta protect my wife somehow. So, hey, don't, like, you can still dress sexy, but like, just, tone it down a bit. Don't show all that. Every brother has his preference. Like, however he wants you to dress is how he wants you to dress. But he's telling you that not because he's insecure. No, he's trying to provide you with security.
Right.
That's what it is. Because we understand as men, we can't be hovering around you all the time. We're gonna do our best. You never know. I might go to the bathroom real quick. I don't know. I don't want you to be a target.
Right.
Now, yes, there are some people out there who are weird beyond belief, and even when you do dress modestly, they still might try you.
Right.
All right, that ain't your fault. But don't even try to give them even more of a reason. But again, that's what a good father or a masculine spirit will do. I'm going to put these rules in place so that you don't do this. Same reason you give your kids a curfew. You don't want them laid out at night. You might live in a bad neighborhood. So you're like, oh, come in here before the lights turn off. So turn on, Salakia. Because you want to protect your children.
Right.
All right. It would be nice if they could play out all night and not have to worry about everything. Yeah, that'd be cool, but that's just not how the world works. All right. So don't take it so offensively when a man, your man or your father, whoever, is telling you, hey, you can't do this.
Right.
Or do this way. It's really just to look out for you. Now, if he don't give a damn about you, he ain't gonna tell you nothing. He gonna know you can go do what you want. He gonna treat you in the world anyway, because we don't do this here. But in the world, they'll treat you like a side piece. Like, oh yeah, that's just something that I'm indulging in for the moment. So yeah, you can go out and do what you want. That's it. That shows that man has no respect for you.
Right.
Because you don't respect yourself. You don't want that. All right, Salakia. You got anything?
Not 12.
All right, we can continue.
Come. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Verse 4, Pharaoh's chariots and his hosts hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also were drowned in the Red Sea.
Now, if I could real quick, this is true. Again, for those of y'all who don't believe in the Bible, they went, I forgot which, it might just be the Red Sea, Salakia, but they found old Egyptian chariots that were sunk at the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
That's real. Again, for those of y'all who do not believe in the Bible and y'all think it's a bunch of hootenanny, I don't know what y'all want to call it. No, this is real. These were found. They're still there. You can go Google it yourself if you really want to. I don't care. Go travel to Egypt, go dive in the Red Sea if you want to. I don't know. But it's there. These are real historical events that went down. Slack. You can go ahead.
Come. So like verse 5, the depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Verse 6, thy right hand, O Lord, has become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, hath dashed in pieces the enemy. Verse 7, and in the greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble.
All right, so we'll end it right there, right? But again, it shows what type of person, not person, but I'll say entity the Lord is. He a man of war.
Right.
He said, y'all, again, going back to what a protective father does, you are harming my children. I told you to let them go. You chose not to.
Right.
You chose to harm them. You chose to enslave them. You even tried to kill off their firstborn. So because you won't leave my children alone, now I'm going to have to get active.
Right.
Now I'm going to come for you. That's what the Lord did. That's what a good father does. And he did. He checked the hell out of Egypt. He said, you think you're such a high power? I'm going to turn you into stubble. I'm going to sink your chariots. I'm going to drown your civilization and you will be nothing.
Right.
Egyptians still exist. Well, the ones that live in Egypt now, I don't know. I don't think a lot of them are Hamites. I think those are like Grecians now. But again, that's even worse. It's like, damn, you're not even in your own native land anymore. They think that the original Egyptians are white people. Like, damn, you're like, now your history done got effed up. Yeah, but we don't know who the real Egyptians are. Some people saying it's the Sudanese. We don't know. And guess what? I don't care. I don't care who the real Egyptians are, because guess what? You deserved everything that you got to you,
Right.
because you harmed the children of Israel. So with that, I'm going to keep going. We're going to go to the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 8, 7, 8 to 14. Let's see. Yabariak, Apayan, Naai Damya, Mayam, Natazabaya, Bamaya, Naad, Nazalayam, Quapaya, Thamaath, Kalab, Yaam, Amar, or Ahmad, no, Amar, Salakia, Awayab, Aradun, Ashag, Salakia, Akalak, Shalalo, Thamalamaya, Napashia, Araak, Kamraya, Thaya, Salakia, Tharaya Shamya, Yanya, Nashapath, Bara'athan, no, Salakia, Bara'akan, Katamaya, Ya'am, Tazalalya, Ka'ai Parath, Kamayam, Adaya Rayam, Maya, Bama'ah, Kalaam, Yahweh, Maya, Kamaba'am, Nadar, Kakwadash, Naya, Thala'ath, Aisha, Pala'ah, is that a ta? It's ta. Natayath, Manya, Thabala'ai Maya, Hara'ai, Nakayath, let's see, Bakasadan, Ain, Zaya, Galath, Galath, Nahala'ath, Ma'ai Za'an, O Naya, Quadashan, verse 14, last verse, Shama'ai, Amayam, Waragazaya, Kayao, Akaz, Yashabaya, Palashath. All right. So book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 8.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
And with the blast of thy nostrils, the waters were gathered together.
Mm-hmm.
The flood stood upright as an heap, and as the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. Verse 9, the enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10, thou didst blow with thy word, the sea covered them, they sank as lead in the mighty waters. Verse 11, who was like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods?
Say that part one more time.
Among the gods.
So read from the top.
Verse 11, who was like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods?
Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like the Most High? Keep going.
Come. among the gods, who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders.
There is nobody who is above the Most High.
Right.
Again, we call him the Most High for a reason. No man, woman, child, beast, no living thing on this earth can ever be anything compared to the Most High.
Right.
And that should be something that all of us should adhere to. You cannot outsmart God. I don't know how many times I have to reiterate that. The reason why is because even in the Bible, we're reading it right now, there's been plenty of people, both Israelites and heathens alike, who thought that they could outsmart the Most High, that they were above the Most High, that the Most High wouldn't punish them for what they did. They thought that they were in a position like, oh, I am the king. I am this. I am a prophet. I am this, whatever. No one can check me. So like we saw it with King David. We saw it with King Solomon. We first saw it with King Saul. All right. We saw it.
Right.
Men who were put in positions of power and thought, oh, can't nobody tell me nothing. You got cocky. You got conceited. You thought that you was up here. Nah, the Lord will knock your ass back down. Trust me. And it happened right here. This was a heathen. You know, he got the worst of it, for real. But that's what happened. He thought that, oh, y'all can't tell. If I want to have the children of Israel here, I will do so. And the cool part about it was he didn't even like Israelites. He didn't even like Israelites. The Pharaoh that came out before, remember, this was the Pharaoh who, it said, didn't know Joseph. Now, the Pharaoh beforehand, he was an Egyptian. He was still a heathen, but he favored Joseph. So he kind of gave special treatment to him and kind of gave him power. So Israelites were kind of living a little good for a little bit. But then came the next Pharaoh, an Egyptian who did not know Joseph. And he understood, these are not my people. They may live with my people. Some of them might even look like my people. Some of them might even be married to some of my people. But these are not my people. So I need to he got paranoid. He said, you know what? I got to make sure that these people are down. Because if we get into a war with somebody else, I'm seeing their numbers are increasing. Same thing you see here in America. Right. Too many black people. It's too many Hispanics over here. I don't know about that. You know, there's a thing with Esau. Esau not dumb. He knows that the reason why our nation is so great is because he has Israelites here. Everybody hates black people, but they love what we're capable of. Right. We're so entertaining. Oh, the food is great. Oh, we're great at sports. We fight in your wars. We join your armies. We build up your civilizations by but working in construction. Everything that we do is either for your amusement or it's to progress white society. No different with Hispanics. Everybody will say, oh, we don't like the illegal immigrants and da-da-da-da. But guess what? The same people who say that, they want you to be their gardener. They want you to mow their lawn. They want you to clean their toilets. Again, servitude. Servitude. It's cool when, I'm gonna be real. It's cool when it's a big house, it's a bunch of white people in it, and they invite all the Hispanics over to clean up after their shit. Salakia. That's real. That's what happens. Right. Then it's, oh, they're so great. They're so great. But then guess what? Let a Hispanic do a little better. That's the fastest way I've learned that you can find out if somebody racist. Do better than them. Don't fit the social norm. Don't do something that's in servitude to white society. Let you be Mexican and you have a big house, thriving community. You have successful children, a stable marriage. You're just successful, right? And guess what? They're going to have a problem with you because you don't fit the social norm. They're going to try you. Where are your papers? Where are you from? Are you legal? How did you get here? How long has your family been here? They might call the cops and you're like, oh, they're doing suspicious activity over there. That happens in a lot of neighborhoods where there's too many black people. It's cool when we over here. We can live in the ghetto because, we're kind of out of sight, out of mind. But then once we start moving into the nice neighborhoods, all the white folk, now it's kind of like, I don't know. I still remember I was a kid. My father took me to go look at some houses. And I remember we went through one, I don't know where it was at. We went through one community. It was none but older white people over there. And they were getting out of their house. And they were just eyeing my father. They got on the phone. I remember my dad kind of looked around and he was like, yeah, we just gonna go.
Right.
Wasn't doing nothing wrong. But that's the same spirit that Pharaoh had. It's too many of y'all. I don't like it. Y'all starting to outnumber us. Y'all starting to do a little too good. Yeah, we got to put a stop to that. Well, guess what? The Lord put a stop to them.
Right.
Same thing that's going to happen now. I get it. We still in poverty. A lot of us anyway. We're still, even when we got money. A lot of black people that got money, odds are most of the time you had to succumb to, I'm gonna say, white society, and you had to do things that maybe you weren't okay with, or you have to carry yourself in a certain way. You can't be a rich black person and give back to your community and people just leave you alone. That'll never happen. They don't want money going and circling within our neighborhoods. They don't want that mess. They want you ghetto. They want you in the ghetto. They want you poor. And the only times that you are allowed to be anything other than that is when you're doing something that amuses them. That's it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all watch TV. Think about it. The little celebrities and stuff that you see nowadays on these little reality TV shows and stuff, half the time they be acting a damn fool because that's the stereotype. Angry black women, angry black men. But then when you don't fit that, it's kind of like, we don't like that. That's a problem. You got anything about it?
Kind of if I may. And even then, it's not good enough. Even when you like them, they don't like you being like them. They want you to be under them. They can't stand, like you were saying, they can't stand the Mexican doing as good as them or a black person doing as good as them. That's why they oppress us so hard. And that's why nowadays the oppression is visible. It's so hard not to see oppression because it's like it's right in your face. Liquor stores on every corner in the ghetto. Like, you know, what's it called? What do they call Slovakia? The drink store. Bevmos. Like, yeah. You see those? Do you ever see those in like the rich neighborhoods? Like the alcohol stores and stuff like that?
You got a point.
Like, they put drugs in our neighborhoods. They put Native Americans on reservations and give them liquor to drown out the fact that they're, they got kicked out of their land. Mm-hmm. That they're the ones that are on stolen land. Like, a big thing right now, people saying, like, can you be illegal on stolen land? Like, now everybody's starting to see their oppression is so blatant in our face that it's hard to hide. And still, when we come up to a status just like them, it's still not enough. They still, you're one of the good ones. That's what they say. Oh, you're one of the good ones. They still classify you as black, but you're one of the good ones. Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't talk like them. You talk funny. Like, you talk like us. They're still not good enough because they're still going to try and one up you, treat you like you're a minority. Yeah, because you are. But what they don't know is that you're better than them. Right. Every black, Native, Hispanic man that walks this earth, the crackhead on the corner, the Mexican at the Home Depot, you're better than the richest white man in this city. Mm-hmm. So like you're not, what's it called? You're not the stereotype they put on you. Mm-hmm. You're not that title. What you are is a child of God, one of the Israelites, a chosen people. You're better than them. That's again excellent points. And if I could, I'm just add on real quick, like they know that you're better than them. That's why they need for you to be lower. Like, that's why I said the fastest way you can find out if somebody racist, be better than them. Or like you said, don't fit like the stereotype. Right. Like, when you are educated, like, you just, I don't know, like, you just carry yourself a certain way, you know, and it like bothers them. It's like you said, you one of the good ones. But even with that term right there, in their eyes, they think it's a compliment. But no, what it really is, it's still a way to demean you, because it's like, oh, you're different, but your people aren't. Yeah. You know, you're better than them. You ain't better than me, but you're better than them. Right. That's what they want you to think. And also, it creates a sense of division too. You know, because now it kind of gets in your head. I'll be real with you. Some of y'all, it gets in your head like, oh, I am better. I am better. I'm a good slave. Okay. You know what? The rest of y'all need to get like me. Why are you so bad? Some of y'all get that bad. Like that dude, it was a black dude who I believe is a Rainbow Ranger. We'll call it like that, right? And he had the Make America Great Again hat or whatever, right? And he went to that rally. I think I brought this up last time. He went to that rally and he got his ass whooped, and then still defended them. Still got on the internet and talked smack about black people, but then got beat up by the very people that you're trying to defend because they don't like you. You're not them. You'll never be them. And you need to stop trying to find ways to surround yourself with strange company. Right.
That's what I'm gonna call it. It's strange company. These are the same people whose ancestors conquered yours and still conquering yours today, but you want to be friends with them.
Crazy.
What they say about you? You know, like that's y'all really gotta think like that nowadays. Because there's a lot of us in the world still don't get it. What do you say? Kunapolis. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's
right.
That's the word of the day, I guess. But that's what happens.
So Dr. Umar be saying, what he like, can I say it?
What is it? Go ahead.
He be like, what's it called? Dang, how do you say it? That's what he be saying. He be saying LeBron James. Cool. What's it called? He be calling
I know. Yeah,
cool.
I've seen the clip. Yeah. Because
it's
man, it's bad.
It's funny.
It's really bad. But it's like it's all products of slavery.
Right.
That's what happens when you are a conquered people and you lose your way. Is what happens when you don't have the Most High on your side. You see what happens? Like we are great people, but when the Most High ain't on our side, we ain't shit. Salaki.
Right.
We just we're lambs, right? Lambs need a shepherd. We ain't got no shepherd. So guess what happens? The wolves get to have their way with us. Right. And we over here, someone's over there. We don't like each other. You don't like yourself. Like, it's crazy, man.
Right.
You know, you don't want to be like that. But again, shows that you need the Lord on your side. Salaki. That's all I got. Verse 12. Salaki.
Come on, verse 12. Thou stretchest out thine hand, the earth swallowed them. Verse 13, then in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation.
Thy holy habitation meaning what? A separate, sacred habitation. Lord wants you to be away from everybody else because he knows what's going to happen.
Right.
Look at us now. You know, we're so filled with all this nonsense. You got black people that believe in Egyptology. Some of them are Pan-Africans. Some of us believe that we are look, we are God's chosen people. Leave it at that. Okay? Y'all out here trying to say that we're the original Japanese and we're the original Chinese. Like, okay, I'm going a little too far now. Like, we ain't all that. Right? Y'all believing in too many things because you got an identity crisis. Like, yes, you are a child of God from whatever tribe.
Right.
That's it. We can't be everything. You can't be an Israelite and be an Egyptian and be the original samurai. You can't do all that. All right, like it's a lot here. Like it don't work like that. Just keep it simple, y'all. All right, but that's what happens when we've been polluted for so long by these other nations. So like it.
Come on, verse 13. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed, and hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the habitation of Palestina. Palestina?
Yeah, Palestina.
Palestina.
All right, that's it for that. So we're gonna go. Oh, I select it. Verse 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15 and 21. See 15. Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 15. See, Az Nabalaya ala paya. Yeah, ala paya. Let's see, Adayam. Ayalaya. Let's see, Mayab. Akaza Ma'am. Ra'ai. Nabagaya. Ka'o. Yashabaya. Benign. Let's see, no. The Paul, Ilahum. Let's see, Mafa'a, Apakad, let's see, Kagadol, Zara'ain, let's see, Damya, Kamaaz, let's see, Ya'ai Bar, Imad, Yahweh, Ya'imar, let's see, Zaya, Yath, Thama Maya, Yatha Ta'im Maya, Kahar, Slakia. Na Kalaafya, Abaaz, Lashabathon, Pa'ai La'ath, Yahweh, Makwadash, Adunya, Adunya, Ya Yanyan, Ya Yadayan, Yahweh, Yamal La'an, La'ai La'am. Let's see. Wa'id. Kaya Ma'a Sayas Parai Karabaan Karaba Kaya Yaba Par Ra'ashian Kayam Wayashab Yahweh I Ilham Ah Maya Hayam Waya see Wabanya Yasha'ala Halabya see Baya Kasha Kathayan Hayam see Yatha Kwa'ach. Let's see. Mariam. Mariam. Kana Maya. Akayath. Haraz. Ath. Hathon. Kaya Da'a. Yathataza'an. Ba'al. Hana Shayam. Hakaraya. Kathapayam. Waba Ma Kala'ath. Last verse. Yatha'ain. Laham. Marayam. Sharayam. Layahawa. Kaya. Ga'a. Let's see. Ga'a. Sayas. Warabayam. Rama'a. Bayam. Okay, that's it.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 15. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed, the mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall take hold upon them, and all the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of thine arm, they shall be as still as a stone, till thy people pass over. O Lord, till the people pass over, which thou hast purchased.
Again, this kind of goes back to chapter 15, verse 3, where it says that the Lord is a man of war. Brought up last time, the whole reason Canaan, the whole way we got our land was through war. Right. That's how it was promised us. But again, like the Lord didn't just give us the land, like there were inhabitants there, so we had to go to war for it. Right? You can continue.
Come. Verse 17. Thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountains of thine inheritance, in the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Lord, which thy hands have established. Verse 18, the Lord shall reign forever and ever.
Say it again.
The Lord shall reign forever and ever.
The Lord shall reign forever and ever. Nobody give a damn if Esau running the earth right now. Just like many of the other nations that were running the earth at one point, the Persians and the Medes, the Egyptians, the Assyrians, the Greek, the Roman Empire, all of them, they all got moved to the side at one point. Ain't nothing new, right? But all you got to do is just stay diligent, because this is going to come a time. Every empire that is not Israel has fallen. Keep that in mind. Every nation that has ruled the earth, every empire that is not of Israel has fallen. Do you really think that Esau is going to be any different? I know it's hard to believe, because let's be real, you can't remember. Like, you were alive at that time, most likely. You were around when Egypt was around. You were around when the Persians and the Medes were around. You were around when the Greek and Roman empires were around. You don't remember it though. The Lord didn't design you like that. So I know right now it's like, how are you saying that? Look where we at now. It seems kind of like hopeless. Like, right? It's like we talking all this good stuff, but then we're gonna leave here today and it's still gonna be the white man running everything. I get it. It hurts and it sucks. Trust me. I hate it too. But think of it like this: what else are you gonna do? Are you just gonna go with society? There's plenty of brothers and sisters who have went with society. They died.
Right.
Or they just out of their mind. I mean, you see Kanye. I'm just saying him because like that's just one, but there's a lot of brothers like that. Like Kanye, he knows that the so-called Jewish man is a fake. He knows that he's a child of God, but he's so far gone that he's still messing around with heathen women. I believe it was it was something. Was it the Grammys or was it no? I think it's the Grammys. It was the Grammys.
Was it the come on?
It was the Grammys, and he went there and I don't know, like he has a type. I'm gonna leave it at that. But he goes there with his woman, if you will, and just has her like just wear nothing. She's just naked.
Oh, come on.
Like fully naked. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like, what is wrong with you? But it's already been stated that Kanye, he got a problem with, let's say, sexual deviancy.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, he has a very deep-rooted problem. And the people that he's been working for, they still got power over him.
Right.
They still try to silence him. They still drug him up. It's sad, really. Like, I'm not saying this to make fun of the brother. It's actually very sad. But sadly, that's what happens to a lot of brothers who conform. You know, you adopt the mindset of the so-called white man. You think you can do what they do and get away with it. Think about it. You suck. Like, slack. Like, some of y'all brothers gotta understand, you suck at committing crime. You will get caught.
Right.
You suck at smuggling drugs. The white man will smuggle drugs in ways that you can't even comprehend and never get caught. Never. You're getting caught and you're getting thrown in jail. And they're gonna take your product and they're gonna make money off of it. You're bad at it. You suck at robbing people. They catch you on camera. Y'all be trying to go into these like CVS stores. My CVS got robbed like a few months ago. We just pulled up over there and they done went in there, robbed everything. They got all their faces. You're not good at sinning. We are not good at it. So just like stop. You can't do what they do. It'll never work. How do I know this? Because you tried it and it still don't work.
Right.
Salaki, you got anything about it?
No, do it.
We can continue.
Come on. Verse 18: The Lord shall reign forever and ever.
You going?
For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea, and the Lord brought up again with the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea.
Come on.
Verse 20: And Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her timbrels and with dances.
Okay, so real quick, right? It says, and Miriam the prophetess. Now, there might be some confusion on this because you'll see this word a couple times. There are prophets. We are the men who do the work of the Lord. But then you have a prophetess. Now, some people might see that word and think, oh, like a woman can do the same thing that we do. Like you can teach we don't teach at a church, but you know what I mean? Like what me and the brother are doing right here, you're not supposed to do that. But it gets confusing because then you hear the word prophetess. Like, so what is a prophetess? So I'm going to tell you what that is. This is the book of Exodus. Let me see. Go here, chapter 20, 15, verse 20. We get into the biblical definition of what a prophetess is. So a prophetess, it's a feminine noun. And one of the meanings says a generally inspired woman, by implication, by association, a prophet's wife. So it doesn't say specifically right there that she is married, but that's usually what it is, or an inspired woman. That's all it is. It doesn't mean that she is now she wasn't doing what Moses and Aaron were doing. What she was doing, you know what she was doing? She was helping. That was Aaron's sister. So she was probably aiding Aaron and Moses of what was going on. I believe it's the elder sister, but Aaron and Moses were the ones that were in the forefront taking care of everything.
Right.
So that's what that is. It doesn't mean like what you think, like, oh, like now she's in power and like she's running everything. That's not what it is. Because again, we read it earlier, the Lord is a man of war. So he deals with men. He does not want to burden sisters with that type of responsibility. All right. Now she helped him, but he didn't want to put all that pressure on her because he knows he designed man and woman to be a certain way. He know that if he put that type of pressure on her, she probably would have cracked. He don't want that for you. He wants you to be a delicate woman, but at the same time, if you're able to help out, oh, by all means. Because when you read the definition, I don't know if y'all know this, the definition of a woman and a wife are actually the same in the Hebrew. It's a helpmeet. Somebody who helps, somebody who adds, somebody that makes better.
Right.
That's what that is. So this is what she was doing. She was adding to what Aaron and Moses were doing, but she wasn't in the front, if that makes sense.
Right.
So just so that there's no confusion with that. You got anything about? We can keep going.
Come. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and the women, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. Mm-hmm. Verse 21. And Miriam answered them, saying, sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. Verse 22.
You can stop right there. So it says, the horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. It's pretty straightforward. What does that mean? Think about everything we just read. What do you think they're talking about? We said the horse and his rider. Anybody is free to answer. What does that mean? Think about everything we've been talking about this whole class. What is happening? We were exiting out of Egypt. The Lord got us out of Egypt. What did he do? Nobody knows? Okay. Okay, Constance. No, I get you. So if anybody can answer this though. What does he mean when it says, and Miriam answered, sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. What does that mean? Destroy. I'll take it. Pretty straightforward, right? Most High destroyed our enemies because that's what happened, right? He sank them.
Right.
He sank them. I'm telling you, you don't believe me, you can go look for yourself. They still got them chariots that were sunk to the bottom of the ocean. And it's just like, that's all that's left. That's it. Pharaoh couldn't let us go. He said, all right, I'm going to drown you. That's it. Oh, after all the plagues, remember, all the plagues happened first. Remember, it was the flies, the frogs, the water being turned to blood. I believe it was not just the people, but it was also the animals were being overcome with sickness and disease and boils, and the firstborns were being like, it was a whole lot. Then when still didn't want to listen, it was like, all right, I'm drowning you. That's it. Yeah, I want to listen. Now you're dead. Like, I mean, it's pretty simple. It ain't the first time you done drowned a bunch of people.
Right.
But being real, like, I'm just saying. I don't know. That might be the Lord's favorite thing to do. Like, all right, y'all,
that's not like his favorite thing.
Yeah, like y'all want to listen? Okay, drown them, get rid of them. I'll make better people. So yeah, but yeah, the whole army was destroyed. Yep, whole army was destroyed. He destroyed the army of Egypt. Yep, y'all all got it. All right, so we're going to continue. We're going to go look at Exodus chapter 15, verse 22 to 16, chapter 1. Let's finish up this. It's verse 22. Why Sa'ai, Masha'ath, Yasharala, Mayum, Sayun, Waya Tazia, or Madakar, Shayar, Slakia, Waya Labaya, Masha, let's see, Shalashath, Slakia, always miss it. Yamayum, Kabada, Ka, Madabar, Wala'a, Matazaya'a, Mayum, Wayabaya, Maratha, Yala'a, Walaya, Lasha'ath, Mayum, Mara'a, Kaya, Marayum, Ha'um, Io, Ka'az, Kwara'a, Shama'a, Mara'a, Wayalanya, Ha'ain, Io, Masha'a, La'amar, Ma'a, Nashatha'a, Wayataza I, okay, Wayataza I, okay, or Yahweh, Yamar, Ma'ah, Yahweh, is it Itaza? This is Itaza. Wayashala'an, or Shamayam, Wayamathakwaya, Hamayam, Sham, Laya, Ka'ach, Wayamashpat, Yasham, Nasa'ah, Wayamar, Shamai, Slakia, Thashamai, Lakwa Ya'ak, Yahweh, Alahayan, Yaha, Wahayashar, Wahashar, Ka'ai Yan, Tha'aisha, Wahazanath, Lamataza Yathaya, Yashamarath, Ka'o, Kwaya'a, Ka'o, La'ah, Ashar, Shamathia, Ba, Matazarayim, La'ah, Ashayam, Ailian, Ka'a, Anya, Yahweh, Rapa'an. Let's see, Waya Ba'ar, Ha Alahayim, no, Allah Maha, it's like Yasham, Shatayam, Aishara, Ayanyath, Mayam, Yasha Ma'ayam, Athamarayam, oh no, Thamarayam, it's like Wayakanya, Sham, Al, Ha Mayam. All right, this is chapter 16, verse 1, last verse. Wayasai, Ya La'am, Wayabaya, Ka'al, Idaf, Kanya, Yasharala, All, Madakar, Sayam, Ashar, Kayan, Ayalaam, Yabayaz, Salakia, Yanya, Ka, Kakamasha'a, Aishar, Ya'am, Lakadash. Oh, I hope still got more. Lakadash, Hashanya, Latazatham, Marai. What is it right? All right. That's it.
Okay. The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 22. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah. Verse 24, and the people murmured against Moses, saying, what shall we drink? And he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. And there he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them. Verse 26, and said, if thou wilt diligently hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. Verse 27, and they came to Elim, or Elim, Elim, right?
Yeah, Elim.
Elim, where were 12 wells of water and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the waters.
Now, before we get to the last verse, right, I want to just point out something. Think about everything that was happening, it's like everything that has happened, right? The Lord got us up out of Egypt. The Lord drowned our enemies. The Lord split the waters for us so we can get safely across. The Lord did it all, right? Sent 2 righteous men and their elder sister as well. So really 3 people to come help us, right? Did all this. Then we got a little thirsty. And then you know what happened? We started to be like, wow, Moses, come on, like, where's the Lord now? We need water. Salakia, being a bunch of niggas. Salakia, I'm gonna call it what it is. All right.
Right.
We started complaining. Now I get it. We're tired. A lot of this happened. I can get you might be a little stressed or whatever. But my thing is this: you saw all of that, and somehow there was still doubt. You know there's a reason why we're referred to as a stiff-necked people, right? This is why. Even when the Lord shows you what he is capable of, you will still sit here and doubt him because you're thirsty. That's what happened. You're a little parched. Water was a little bitter and salty in Marah. So now you're like, oh, where are you at now? And we haven't even gotten to the golden calf and all. We ain't even get over there yet. But you see what's happening, right? Don't be like this. Just don't. Like some of y'all be like, I need a sign from the Lord. The Lord talks to me in my head. No, he doesn't. You're a schizophrenic. Stop doing that. You need therapy. All right. You say that you believe in God. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because the Lord will give you every sign known to man and then some, and you'll still disobey. The Lord, like, we can read the Bible about men who died before they even thought about eating pork. Like, that's how much they were willing to commit to not sinning. Your ass still gonna go and get ham. You're gonna eat bologna. You're disgusting. Bologna is wild. I've never even thought of it. It's like grinded up pig in a circle. Y'all like them yellow packs? I ain't gonna lie, I used to have them when I was a kid. Like the little yellow packs, and it'd be like the red around the bologna circle, whatever. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but that shit was disgusting. But I ate it until I learned, like, oh yeah, this ain't it. Like, and I stopped eating it. Some of y'all will give up everything for a slice of bologna. That's you. We said we complain about everything. We do. We don't want to take no action. That's all we do. We complain about everything. But here in the Isupk, the Command General Yohana is the only place where we will actually take action and abide by it. Yeah. I'm not saying, like, here's the thing. There's other people out there. They got their own little organizations and stuff like that. But a lot of them don't last. They don't last. You want to know why? Because of people like this. Somebody like this came around and was like, this ain't good enough. I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more. And you gave up. After everything the Lord did for you. got you out of slavery. We were taken out of slavery, and you complained. Some of y'all are comfortable with being a slave, and I'm sorry, y'all probably not going to get saved. I'm being 100 with you. I want to be saved.
Right.
All right, Abba, you want to be saved?
Okay.
I don't know about you. Call it what you want. I want all my brothers and sisters to be saved, but some of y'all don't want to. Don't be like this, man. Don't. I promise you, man. You think you don't have a sign now? The Lord, this is your sign.
Right.
Us sitting here right now, all because there's other brothers who have had Sabbath service in their own respective time zones. That's your sign right there. When you see a UPK video, that is your sign. When you see us at camp, when we tell you, hey, come to Passover. When we tell you, hey, we have a high holy day coming up. When we do these things and we take our time out of our day to teach you, that's us serving the Lord. We're the sign.
Right.
We ain't nothing like a prophet ain't nothing but a messenger. That's all it is. I'm not telling you anything that ain't in here. That's all it is. I'll bring up some real world, not real world, but like modern current events to level with you, but we're teaching you what's in here.
Right.
That's it. Now, if you got a problem with that, look, I don't care. I'm not taking it personally. You ain't got a problem with me. I don't care if you do anyway. I could really give a damn, but you got a problem with me. You got a problem with Abba. So I get Abba, how old are you?
18.
18 years old. And I almost called you a young man. Not a young man as in like a young man as in rank, but a young man as a young prophet, 18 years old. Look, a lot of us were knuckleheads at 18 years old. And Abba right here, who got raised up, Lord allow, will be a Hebrew Academy graduate. And he's here teaching y'all. A lot of y'all older than him. He's teaching you. He took time out of his Saturday to be here to serve the Lord.
Right.
That's your sign. There you go. You want a sign? There you go. Now, if you don't want to listen to us, okay. I'll be with you. that's all I got. You got anything I thought?
A lot.
Okay. See,
Most like I don't know how I do.
Go ahead.
I always think about like the Israelites. They was just singing a song. Lord just saved us, and hold on, kind of thirsty, and they're like, "Oh,
come on,
nigga, ain't no water."
Switch up.
Moses tripping. Like the switch up. Like it's us. It's niggas. Like I just imagine the switch up from partying. Nigga, ain't no water. Oh,
ain't no water,
bruh. Like, and it's crazy. That's what you was saying. We stiff and we hard head people. Like we just got saved by the Lord. Like we were first-hand account. Imagine how easy it was for them to be like, they seen it, they went through it. But for us, we just got to read their stories, and we following. We trying to follow with Moses way back, way in the future, and they had a first-hand account, and they was still the unfaithful and still like, where's the Lord now? So like, I can't find the words, but how do you say? And did not disbelief. Their faith was lacking.
Okay.
Their zeal was horrible, and they just saw a first-hand account. Like you was saying, like you left 10 minutes late and you wasn't in the car crash, but that was something you didn't even have to see. But they saw the Lord work right in front of them, and they was still like, water.
It ain't no water.
Like, they was there. We weren't even there, and we still gotta try and follow that faith and the belief that it happened, and it happened to them, and they was still tripping. Like that's Israel.
Yeah,
like that's black people. Like you'll tell her what's it called? You'll tell a crackhead you ain't got no money, you broke, nigga. Like, bro, like how? Like like that's like
crazy.
Like it's crazy. Like, bro, you ask me for money and I'm broke because I like, bro. It's just this one. It just looks like to me, like, man, oh, this nigga Moses ain't no water. We just crossed through a big old ocean. Days. Just saw everybody that was suppressing us. Your taskmaster that just whipped you because it wasn't enough mud in the bricks. The man that just whipped you because you dropped the brick. You just saw all of them die, and you mad because there ain't no water. Come on now. Christ went in the wilderness for 40 days without food and water, and you ain't had water for 3 days. Come on now. That's
3 days.
Come on now. That's horrible.
Like, I get it. I know. Nah, that's
ridiculous.
It's for like, nigga, ain't no water. That's really, it's like, it's not funny, but it's funny because I can hear it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I've been reading through like Exodus, and like, I'll say Moses and Aaron are like, I don't know, like what they went through. I could feel it. You know, it's like you really trying to save these people. You doing everything the Lord telling you to do. You done went down there with your brother and your sister to get them out. You know, the Lord telling you to do this, to help perform this miracle, do that, and then you just got this in your ear. Just, we ain't got no water. Where's the Lord at now? Nigga, I'm tired. Man, I'm trying to go back to Egypt, man. We got air conditioning over there. Y'all tripping. Like, I just could just imagine Moses' face. Like, if y'all don't shut up. Like, I'm reading it that, like, I'm getting bad for Moses.
Right.
I ain't never met the man, but I'm upset for them. Because it's like, really?
Ain't no water?
Ain't no water? Like, the Lord just split the sea for y'all to get up out of poverty, and you.
Man, nigga, I'm going back to Egypt.
I'm going back to
Right,
Egypt, man. Man, bump this. It's crazy. It really is crazy. But hey,
That's really how he was, though. That's Israel.
This how it was, and this how it is with some people. Don't matter. You could bring up all the facts, all the history. I'm paraphrasing, but there's a scripture, I believe it's in Proverbs, where it tells you, like, don't argue with a fool.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Because, like,
Then you're going to become the fool.
yeah, you're gonna become the fool. Like, you a fool for arguing with the fool. And like, I'm be real with you. When I first got into the truth as a 50 before, like, I had to learn that the hard way. I would just argue with people and argue and argue. I'm bringing up every scripture. I'm bringing out artifacts. I'm bringing up literally everything you could possibly imagine to prove that we are Israelites. And there's just some people, they don't care. Like, it don't matter what you put. Like, Christ could appear in front of them right now, and they're gonna be like, that ain't Christ. Like, no, bro, that's gonna happen.
Right.
It's gonna happen.
Right.
There's just some people you can't get through to them.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's fine. Worry about the people that you can get to. Like the Lord, paraphrasing yet again, scripture said, like, speaking to the wind. Yeah, sometimes I get it. Sometimes you might be speaking to the wind. Like, there's been times we go to camp and we dropping heavy scriptures, bringing everything out, and there's still going to be some ignorant mofos that are going to walk by you and be like, you're racist, you're wrong, or they'll scoff at you. I remember, I ain't going to lie, it was one camp, Salakia, I kind of heated because I'm bringing up how, I forgot how much it was, but it was almost like $1 billion that America profits off of, like, child sex trafficking.
Mm.
And I remember it was a young lady, and she laughed. She laughed, like, in my face when I'm over here talking about Black and Hispanic women being abducted in America and being sold into sex trafficking. It's a multi-billion-dollar, or I think it's almost a multi-billion-dollar industry. And I remember I got so mad. I kept my composure though, but in my head, I'm like, "This funny to you? This is funny.
Right.
Like, are you for real? This is that.
Right.
This is that. All right." And the reason why we're highlighting this is because you're going to bump into people like that. Like, for any Akim out there, like young officers or just officers in general, troopers who may become officers some days. Hell, you sisters too. You're going to deal with people like that. Don't let these people get to you, man. Don't let them get to you. Because these people who are complaining, guess what they wanted to do? They want to go back into slavery.
Right.
These are the people that you're dealing with. The people who are complaining, the people who try to say that we're racist because we say that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. It's not racist, it's facts.
Right.
We don't have systematic racism. I cannot sit here and deny a white man a job because he is white. I can't do that. There's no power behind our racism.
Right.
But, me calling them out for what they are, or us in general, Salakia, now we're the bigot. Now we're racist. Oh, now we're all these things. That is somebody who wants to be a slave.
Right.
And they're upset because you don't want to be a slave. That's a hater. That's a hater.
Right.
I you feel me?
Yeah,
like,
come on.
Christ put it out there. I think you brought it out last week. I'm paraphrasing. Christ said, like, just know that, like, they've hated me first.
Right.
Christ haters. They hated this man, his own people, Pharisees. And Christ checked them before they even offed him. He said, like, you just see it at Abraham, but if you truly are, then why are you trying to kill me? That's because your father is the devil.
Right.
That's your daddy. Your daddy is the white man. That's the kind of spirit that you have.
Right.
You say you serve the Lord. Don't matter if We could be blood brothers. We could have the same father. That don't mean nothing.
Right.
Guess what? Cain and Abel had the same parents.
Crazy.
Cain killed him off of jealousy. You see that? So don't waste your time with these people.
No.
Just hey, Lord be with you. Keep it pushing. Focus on the goal at hand. You can't get everybody, and it's the sad truth.
Right.
You know, but it is what it is. You know, don't let it get to you. So like, that's all I got.
Okay.
We're gonna finish up the last 14 verses. Let me see. God, so we'll go 16 to see. 6, so 8, and then 8 and then 15. So look at Exodus chapter 16, verse 2 to let's go to 8. Let's see. Waya lanya. Let's see. Waya lanya. Waya la inya. Ka'or. Idath. Kanya. Yasha'ala. Io. Masha. Ya'il. Ra'an. Kamada. Ka'or. Waya Mar. Waya Maria. Alaham. Kanya. Waya Sha'ala. Maya. Yafa'an. Mayathanya, Kaya, Yahweh, Karai, Madazarian, Kasha Mathya, Io, Sayar, yes, Sayar, Hakashar, Kabalunya, Lakum, Lashabai, Kaya, Rataza Thanya, all Kamada Kaor, Haza'a, La Mayaf, Af, Kaor, Hakwa or Haza'a, Karaib, Karaib, let's see, no. Wayamar, Yahweh, or Masha'a, Hanya, Mata, Yar, Labum, Lakum, Ma'az, Ha Shamayam, Waya Taza'a, Ha'aim, La Wayala Kwa Ta'a, Nador, Wayum, Maya Ma'a, Lama'ain, Anya Sanya, Ha Hayalan, Kathaya Ra'afya, La'a, let's see, Wahaya'a, Wahaya. I lost my train of thought for a second. Come on. Kaya'am, Hashashaya, Hakarunya, Af, Ashar, you see Ashar, Yabayaan, Yahaya, Ashanya, Mashanya, Io, Ashar, Yalakwa, Taya, Wayam, Wayamar, Masha'a, Waharaz, all, Kanya, Yasha'ala, Irab, Da'ithum, Kaya, Yahweh, Hayatazayah, Atha Ba'um, Marai, Madazarian, Yabakwar, Yara Yathum, Af, Ka Ba Yaad, Yahweh, Kasha Ma'ai, Af, Thalan Yama'a, Io, Yahweh, Wanakana'a, Ma'a, Kaya, Thalanya, Ilanya, last verse. Wayamar, Mashah, Kathaf, Yahweh, Labum, let me see. Kai Rob, Kashar, Lamar, Wala Kama, Kakwar, Lasha Kai, see, Kashamai, Yahweh, Ath, Thalanya, Naam, Ashar, Atham, Malanyam, Ilaya, Wainakaya, Ilaya, Thalanya, Thabaam, Bayam, Yahweh.
The book of Exodus chapter 8, verse like the book of Exodus chapter 16, verse 8. And Moses said, "This shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat." Also like verse 7, right?
Verse 8.
Come on, verse 8. And Moses said, "This shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full."
Oh, I'm sorry.
Verse 7.
I did. Wait, where'd you start at? Salakia.
Started at verse 8. Started at verse 7, right?
Oh no, 2:8.
Oh,
Started at verse 2. Salakia.
The book of Exodus chapter 16, verse 2. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness.
Remember what we talked about? They still talking. You can go ahead.
Come on. Verse 3. And the children of Israel said unto them, "Would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this, so I could kill this whole assembly with hunger."
Do y'all understand? Like, I can't harp this enough. They're saying, it says, and the children of Israel said unto them, "Would to God would we had died by the hand of the Lord in the hands of the Egyptians, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye, meaning you, have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger." The doubt, yet again. They're talking about when we were in Egypt, we was eating good. That's what it means. We were eating good over there. Now you brought us over here. We're serving your God, and now we're about to die because we're thirsty and we're hungry. That's what happened. Even though they saw all that, and it's like, I want to go back to slavery. Really understand, like, this was put here for a reason, because what's happening here, you're dealing with people like that today,
Right.
and you need to be mindful of them. You got anything about it?
Come on, because they want to go back to slavery because it's easy. They get ruled. They don't have to wake up and decide what they're gonna do today. They know for a fact they gotta wake up and go make bricks. That's all they gotta work on. I'm gonna get fed. I'm gonna get 3 meals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people are so used to being in poverty because it's easy, or being oppressed because it's easy. Like, they don't want to have to go through the wilderness and go through the challenges that they're facing now, because it's hard. People, they were lazy and they were ungrateful to Moses and the Lord. So it's like just horrible, way to think. Like, go through that hardship, because at the end you're gonna come out a lot stronger than you was before.
Mm-hmm.
When you're walking through that wilderness, when you get to the land, get into that land and being able to rest is gonna feel a lot better, because you didn't went through so much. You didn't went through that hardship. You didn't went through days without water, 3 days without water, a couple days without food. March, that first meal is, man, like the Day of Atonement. After breaking that fast, man, it'll be something regular. A cup of water is the best thing ever. Glorious.
Mm-hmm.
Go through that hardship. Don't have that slave mentality. Don't be comfortable being oppressed, because you're just gonna die oppressed, and it's horrible.
No, you are absolutely correct. And if I could, real quick, before we continue,
Come on.
You said something that just reminded me of something. You said, some of us, like, we like being oppressed because it's easy.
Right.
And I remember, they love the oppressor. Yeah, they do. I remember, Salakia, anybody who watches Sabbath, y'all know I talk about the military a lot. Salakia, I do, because it was a large part of my life for a while. I remember there was a time that I considered staying in the military. And one of the things that they would always say to me was, "Why do you want to leave? It's easy." Because when you really, like you said, think about it. You go into the military, you are told what to do, when to do it, how to do it, when to be at work, when to leave, what to wear. You wear the same thing damn near every day. You are told how to speak. You are told what type of haircuts are acceptable. You are told what type of facial hair is acceptable. Like you are completely governed. And some of y'all are cool with that. I ain't gonna lie. I got tired of it and I got into a lot of trouble because I was a little rebellious. So, but my point being is it was easy. And at one point I was 19 years old. I almost thought about it. I was like, you know what? It really is easy. Just do what you're told. Right. And then, you start seeing some stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to do this no more. Like this ain't it. But it's easy though. It's easy being told what to do. But the second you gotta struggle just a little bit for something that's gonna benefit you later on in life, that's too hard. Slavery is hard. Like you don't have a sense of self.
Right.
That's hard. You were able to endure all of that. But now it's, hey, we free, man. I'm hungry, man. Like, so Max used to give us food, man. Like, he gave us the good bread. You got us out here in the wilderness. My feet hurt. My knees hurt. I ain't got no water. There ain't no water. Like, you mad. You went through oppression. You want to go back to the same civilization that was going to off the firstborn children. They were going to kill your children. And you want to go back to that? Because it was easy. Because you got somebody over you, like you said, taskmaster, telling you what to do, when to do it, all this. You're comfortable with that. You're comfortable. You're not able to think for yourself. Right. Or I guess I would say want better for yourself. Because when you follow the Lord, guess what? You're still doing what you're told. It's just now you're doing it the right way. But now the difference is the Lord, you can't see the Lord all the time.
Right.
It's different when you have somebody physically in front of you telling you what to do. But the Lord, you're expected to keep his law, statutes, and commandments when you don't see him. He can see you. You just can't see him. It's too hard for you. That's crazy. Not eating pork is too hard for you. Not honoring the Day of Atonement is too hard for you. You can't go one day without food. One day. Just one. That's it. You'll be all right. But you're so weak. And you're so, I would say, brainwashed into thinking that this is okay. And that's sadly the reality that a lot of us still live in today. A lot of y'all are comfortable with being oppressed. You're comfortable with having your 3 square meals a day and making minimum wage. Minimum wage don't even like allow you to live by yourself no more. Like it's not a thing. Like I think they averaged it out. I think the minimum wage across the country, I think it's low. It's like $7 or something like that. It's actually been stated that you cannot have a minimum wage job by yourself and have substantial living. You can't. You need to room with somebody or have like another side job or something. But you're comfortable with that. You're comfortable with working 20 hours a day. You're comfortable with being in an abusive relationship. You're comfortable with drugs. You're comfortable with being an alcoholic. You're comfortable with being around heathens. You're comfortable with sleeping with women and throwing them away. Why? Because it's easy. It's easy. Life ain't easy. Get over it. If you want something better for yourself, you might have to work a little bit. Don't be so lazy. Salakia. Right. You got anything about it?
No, that's it. That's my.
Yeah, we can keep going.
Come on,
for the rest, you can just read in the English all the way up to 15.
Come on. Verse 4. Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain. Verse 3. And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full, for ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Verse 4. Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
Come on.
Verse 5.
No, what?
Come on. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. Verse 6. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, and even then ye shall know that the Lord hath brought you out from the land of Egypt.
Pretty much telling them like, hey, Like y'all losing faith. Remember, this is the Lord that got you up out of Egypt.
Right.
This is him. All right. So you hungry? No sweat. The Lord is going to take care of it.
Right.
Just remember, this is the Lord who got you up out of Egypt, who got you up out of slavery.
Right.
Keep going.
Come on. And it shall and Moses and Aaron and in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of the Lord, for that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we that ye murmur against us?
He's offended.
Right.
I did all this for you, and you're murmuring against us. Meaning, again, they're murmuring against Aaron and Moses, right? But you got to think of it bigger than that. We weren't murmuring against them. We were murmuring against the Lord, because what were Moses and Aaron doing for time's sake? They were serving the Lord.
Right.
You got a problem with what the Lord is doing. They're doing what the Lord tells them to do. They got a problem with it. And guess what? The Lord heard you. When you be bad-mouthing, gossiping, anything you do, anything bad that you do, the Lord sees you, right? Just you got to get out of that mindset. You are being watched all the time. Even when you don't think, you being watched when you sleep, you being watched when you eat, you being watched, like when some of y'all, Salaki, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know who it is, but it has happened, and it's gonna happen. Nor you will be weeded out. Some of y'all come in here, you PK'd up, be walking around with your garment and got your shield of David, and you got your dress on, and then you leave here and you're disgusting.
Right.
You will be weeded out.
Right.
Trust me, the Lord sees you for what you are, or you come in here with ulterior motives. Some of y'all sisters come in here because you just want a man. That's all it is.
Crazy.
And you think you're gonna find a weak man, and then you're gonna be real mad when you find a man that ain't weak. Some of you brothers come in here because, I don't know, you just want to leech off of brotherhood, and you don't want to do nothing for anybody or the Lord. And you abuse brotherhood. You abuse brothers' kindness. Don't worry. You ain't gonna stick around for long.
Right.
Trust me, I knew a few. They're not here no more. Lord will get rid of you.
Right.
Trust me. Keep going.
Come on. And Moses said, this shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, in the morning bread to the full. For that the Lord heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. And Moses spake unto Aaron, say unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before the Lord, for he hath heard your murmurings. And it come to pass that Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. And the Lord said unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your God.
Meaning, I did this for you. I heard you. I heard you murmuring. I heard you talking that smack. Don't worry.
Right.
You will be fed. You will have your water. You will be taken care of.
Right.
Just remember that this is the Lord that did it for you.
Right.
Keep going.
Come. The verse 13, and it came to pass that at even the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay around about the host. Verse 14, and the dew that was lay gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness, there lay a small round thing as small as the hoarfrost on the ground. Verse 15, and when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, it is manna, for they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat.
All right. And if I remember, I think it already says it, but pretty sure manna is just bread. Let me just double check. No, it doesn't show it. That's crazy. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Salaki. Give me 1 second. It's 2 N's. I believe it's just bread. But I just want to be double sure. Manna. Yep. The bread from heaven that fed the Israelites for 40 years of wilderness wandering. Yep. I know it sounds like it's a lot, right? 40 years. Look, some of y'all been enslaved for more than 40 years.
Man.
I get it. It's hard. Life's hard. But don't you want better? Like, anything that anybody has ever wanted has ever come easy to them. Look, you ain't white. All right, be real with you. You're not born in the Saudi Emirates. You're not born in the Middle East when you're I don't know, Prince Habibi or whoever, I don't know, and you are a descendant of that, and you're born into luxury. You don't have it like that,
right?
All right, but then even the people who do have that, their parents probably work hard for that. Their parents had to do something. Hey, look, Esau got what he wanted by conquering.
Right.
There was a lot of bloodshed. I ain't condoning anything he did. He's a monster. But he saw what he wanted and he did unspeakable things to get it. He worked for it. I ain't saying do unspeakable things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he worked for it. These other nations, how Egypt came into power? Because they had us in captivity.
Right.
Everybody has achieved something by working for it. Now, you do it righteously, though. Don't do that other mess. But my point being is, you went out of slavery. Okay, you can't just say it. You got to want it. You got to work for it. All right? And prove that to the Most High.
Right.
He's over here trying to prove to us that, hey, look, I'm Lord. I'm here. All right? I'm doing this for you. And we still sat here and
Ain't no water, bro.
still ain't no water. Like, that's what we do. We still want to go back to Egypt. That's what happened. All right. Lord spent all that time trying to prove to us that he is the Lord. You denied him. Well, now it's our turn. Let's prove to the Most High that we are deserving of his presence.
Right.
Let's do that. All right. You got anything about it before we end the class?
So,
All right. For the sake of time, Salakia, as you already know, I am long-winded. Salakia. But I love this. I love teaching class.
that's right.
And, I love being able to be up here, with brothers like Abad and be able to teach y'all the word of the Lord, right? Because this is serving the Lord. This is serving the Lord, right? Not with whatever the hell y'all be doing. Like it. But with that being said, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. With that being said, shalom.
So, like, if I may,
Oh, go ahead.
Passover, April 12th,
yeah.
2025, Atlanta, Georgia. Pay your Passover fee, man. $200, not that much, but goes a long way, man. Pay your fee, Passover. Hope to see our brothers there, sisters as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. No, Most High in Christ. Yep. If you haven't already, please look, get the Passover. Get the Passover. Like if you can, look, if you can't, if you really can, don't make an excuse. If you really can't, that's different. Like you all right. But if you can, make it to Passover. It's in Atlanta. I ain't never been in Atlanta. I'm just saying. I drove through there once, but you might like it. Hey, Lord is literally telling you to get together and party.
It's your sign.
Hey, it's your sign. It's right here on. I don't know if you see it at the bottom right there. Like, it's right there.
Floating across the screen.
It's floating across the screen. We got the QR code. Man, it's right here. There you go. Right here. It's weird. They're gonna do it like this. But yeah. But if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. Pay that Passover fee. Get the Passover. Do what you got to do. Just continue serving the Lord. All right. I know it's hard, but trust me, it goes a long way.
Right.
You got anything?
No, it's what.
All right.
Shalom.
Shalom.